In this video, you will learn how to construct a HIPAA form in both print and digital form so that you could put your private practice on autopilot. Hi, my name is Liz. Welcome to my channel. Don't forget to hit the subscribe button so that you can get notifications of future content. Hello, so today we're going to talk a little bit about putting together your HIPAA form that goes along with the other onboarding paperwork for your private practice. So the very first thing that we're going to actually do is a disclaimer. We're about to go over the basics of a HIPAA form. However, when creating anything HIPAA or dealing with anything HIPAA, please contact a HIPAA specialist. HIPAA is a prominent law that encompasses many aspects of health. And if you've been in healthcare for longer than 10 minutes, you totally know what I'm talking about because there's lots of HIPAA training and lots of different aspects of your practice that HIPAA will actually dictate. All right. To build a HIPAA form for your private medical practice, follow these steps. First, we need to understand the HIPAA requirements. So you need to familiarize yourself with the HIPAA regulations, specifically the privacy rule and security rule. These rules outline the standards for protecting patients' health, information, and ensuring its confidentiality, integrity, and availability. And then you need to identify the required information. Determine the specific patient information that needs to be collected on the form while considering the minimum necessary rule of HIPAA. Only collect information that is essential for providing appropriate care. Include patient information, so demographics. Begin the form with patient details such as name, date of birth, contact information, and any relevant identifiers. Clearly state the purpose of collecting this information and how it will be used. All right, then you need to include consent for treatment and the release of information. So you need to include a section where the patient provides consent for treatment and acknowledges the release of their health information for purposes such as referrals, insurance claims, a coordination of care with other healthcare providers. This section should clearly outline the types of information that may be shared and with whom. Then privacy practices and notice of privacy practices. You want to provide a summary of your privacy practice, explaining how you protect patient information, their rights regarding their information, and how they can file a complaint. You may also include a reference to your full NPP document, which should be available for patients to review separately. Then you also want to make sure to include some security measures. So briefly describe the security measures you have in place to protect patient information, such as encryption, firewalls, access control, and staff training on data security. All right, so you're also going to want to include whatever your patient rights are. Include a section that outlines the patient rights under HIPAA, such as the right to access their medical records, request amendments or corrections, and restrict certain use or disclosures of their information. Provide contact information for patients to exercise this right. Authorization of research or marketing. If you plan to use patient information for research or marketing purposes, include a separate section where patients can provide explicit authorization for these activities. Another great example of this is a lot of local nursing homes are actually starting to have Facebook pages. And before that facility can share a single photo or detail about any of its residents, they would have to get a signature probably from the patient if they're in their right mind, or if they're not, from their power of attorney. So you have to have those signatures on file before you can, go ahead and share those things to the public. So that's another area. All right, authorization, design and formatting. Ensure the form is easy to read with clear headings and sections. Use plain language and avoid technical jargon, especially medical jargon. Include sufficient space for patients to provide their signature and date. Retention and disposal. Specify how long patient information will be retained following HIPAA guidelines. Outline the procedures for securely disposing of patient records when they are no longer needed. Review and compliance. Regularly review and update the form to ensure it aligns with any changes in HIPAA regulations. Consider consulting legal experts or privacy officers to ensure compliance with applicable laws and regulations. Staff training. Train your staff on the importance of patient privacy, the proper handling of patient information, and the use of the HIPAA form in your practice. Ensure they understand the responsibilities in safeguarding patient data. All right, and then we're just going to take a look here at an example of a HIPAA form. I just pulled this offline just so that you can kind of see what one might look like over here. And then, of course, these are the different types of software that you can use to create your HIPAA form. So the one we're looking at here was probably either created in Canva, Microsoft Word, or Google Sheets. If you do want to make your form digital, again, you would want to use something like Jotform, ClickUp, or DocuSign. Each one of these at a certain level is indeed HIPAA compliant. You do need to make sure that you are on the HIPAA compliant plan first, though. Remember, building a HIPAA form is just one aspect of HIPAA compliance. It's essential to establish and implement comprehensive policies and procedures to protect patient privacy and ensure compliance through your practice. Thank you for tuning in. Don't forget here at Curate Systems that we minimize risk and maximize productivity by documenting it, delegating it, and getting it done. Thank you.